Oh, hi there. Did you guys miss me or something? Ladies, gentlemen, programs, users, and gentlefolk, when Dad says he's effing exhausted, he means he is holy holies. I am exhausted. Hi, chat. I have not felt this physically exhausted since last time I was doing. I was out with a group of recruits doing backwoods training. Holy shit! I think with Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night, I totaled about 12 hours worth of sleep for all 3 nights combined, which is no bueno. So yesterday, as many of you probably realized, I was not here. Yesterday is a holiday, like the February 16th, 15th, and 16th. It changes from every year, but it's like the first Monday, kind of like in the middle of the week, or in the middle of the month, I mean, is Family Day. So, yeah, yesterday was Family Day here. It is a holiday in Canada. I know it's some made-up bullshit, but, you know, hey, gives everybody a day off. Everything is shut, and when I say everything is shut down, I mean, like, basically everything is shut down. You have a couple of fast food places, but most places are shut the fuck down. Sleepy, how are you? Hello, Audi. Hello, TV. Yes, I know, Pro Streamer, freaking Windows. Every time Windows does something and I lose audio, it pisses me off. Because you don't know. You know how many times I've gone through a Windows update? Things updated. It's like, yeah, it's fine. There's nothing wrong here. Everything's fine. And then today, all of a sudden, it's like, the last 3 updates, not a problem with the audio. Today, hey, you guys are like, hey, I don't hear anything. Is this weird? Hello, is this thing on? It's always my audio gets bounced out in OBS. It disconnects. It all of a sudden, OBS is like, yeah, I don't know, where's your audio coming from? Oh, yeah, exactly. Sound and inputs 100% get changed. Yeah, that's honestly the only major issue I've ever had. I wish they'd stop fucking with sound inputs every goddamn time. Yeah, but see, the thing is though, is it didn't used to be Windows. That's the last couple of years Windows. Yeah, now it's just helpful. It is not helpful. It is a giant pain in the balls. Helpful. They can call it what they want. I'll tell you what it is. It's a pain in the ass. So Western Digital doubles the performance of hard drives with dual actuator high bandwidth with path to 8x performance increase. Power optimized hard drives will reduce power by 20%. What are the capacity of these drives? 80 to 100 terabytes plus, huh? Oh. Just in time to sell them to AI, right? Yeah. That's what I was like. Yeah, just in time. Yay. Although NAND memory has replaced traditional hard disk drives in the vast majority of client PCs, hard drives can still offer capacities at costs not achievable by solid-state drives today, particularly in the data center. There it is. Particularly in the data center space. There it is. In a bid to retain the relevance of hard drives for years to come, Western Digital on Tuesday announced 2 distinct families of hard drives, one aimed at applications that require maximum performance and decent IOPS per terabyte, another designed for power-optimized applications that value limited power consumption and predictable performance. TLDR, even platter drive companies now booked years out. Yep, there it is. Ooh, tighten your belts, chat. Shit's about to get real rocky for PC gamers. So today for Coffee and Chrome, gonna be jumping back into American Truck Simulator. I do still need to plug the wheel in though and power it on. And with that, we're going to be. Oh wow, is it really that much? Okay. There we go. Do that. And we're gonna be taking a look at the Route 66 rework. I had considered doing Euro truck, but I was like, you know what? The Route 66 reworked American truck for patch 1.58 and some of the physics changes they made is much more substantial and I think a little bit more interesting. I'll be honest, like, don't get me wrong. Love me some Euro truck. You guys know I've been spending a lot of freaking time lately in Euro truck, specifically with the Nordic DLC. But, I mean, Route 66... complete overhaul, physics changes, including like vehicle like front wheel camber and shit. Let's go. I mean, come on. How can anyone actually argue that shit? That's just crazy. Speaking of which, if you give me a quick moment, I'm gonna come over here. I need to make sure, check to make sure a couple of mods are set up properly here. I bought some Kobe's shoes. When I see Kobe's, I'm thinking if you bought some Kobe's, it's got to be the shoes. It's got to be. Right? It's got to be shoes. Kobe's. So if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm actually currently looking to see if the traffic mods American truck has been updated. It does not look like it has been, though. All right. I'm just currently going through and trying to figure out the best. Yeah. Now the kids cannot be hip like me. They're glorious. I mean, listen, that sounds actually pretty dope. Not gonna lie. Yeah. By the way, to say that, hi Casper. The sleep apnea is a giant pain in the fucking frijoles is an understatement. My throat is rot. You had to, Chrome is not having a good day with Twitch for me. Had to switch to Firefox. Honestly, I don't use Chrome for anything anymore. Fuck Chrome. I don't like Chrome. 1 second. The cat's on the other side of the sound blanket behind me playing with something. I couldn't tell what it was. I had to look. I had to actually get up and look. It's like, excuse me, what are you doing? Oh, I might... Wait, hold on. Whoa. I have a sneaking suspicion this is going to affect physics mods now, isn't it? Oh my god. Yeah, I haven't used Chrome for ages now just because. Oh my god. Well, honestly, I kind of figured that it would affect a lot of that. Okay, I'm not. How long ago was 1.58 patched in? How long ago was patch 1.58 patched in? 5 days ago? 6 days ago? Something like that? All right, you know what? I'm looking at Jazzy Cat stuff specifically. ATS 2, 4 days ago. 2/12/2026. Okay, so 5 days ago. Right. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna need that traffic pack then. All right, hold on. I gotta make sure that I have these, because if I don't have these updated, then I already updated Project Next Gen. So I've got my download link and my download for Project Next Gen already installed for 1.58. I did that earlier, but I completely was brain dead about the traffic. And I don't want to end up having any problems with, especially with physics, right? Like physics in traffic gets a little freaking clunky sometimes. Yeah. So I'm just going to make sure that I've got the most current up-to-date version of Jazzy Cat's traffic mods. And we'll get into some trucking chat. How are you? How's your Tuesday? Welcome in for Coffee and Chrome. I'm not 100%, I'll be honest. I did sleep last night, but it still wasn't great sleep. It was better than the previous 3 nights, but the sleep apnea situation feels like it's actually getting worse. Like last night I ended up sleeping on the couch. Just because the more physically exhausted I get, the worse and more pronounced the sleep apnea is. And because today is Tuesday, that means that mom, like Twitch mom, had to drive into Toronto today, which means she needs to be on top of her, like on her A game. So it was like one of those, no, she's like, I'll sleep on the, I'm like, no, you need a good full solid night's sleep without me freaking, without the lumber mill right beside you. And I'll be honest, I don't know what the hell is going on. I haven't gotten any referral information. And that's not on my doctor for the sleep dentistry and the other side of stuff for that. The biggest issue with that now is I'm waiting on them to respond to get back to me. Because it's like, guys, I need a response. Cause I emailed them on the 13th. So when was that? That was Friday. And I did that Friday morning. I emailed them on Friday morning. And I haven't gotten a response from them yet. So it's like, guys, check your fucking email. I kind of desperately need this because this is my overall health and well-being that we're talking about. And my doctor's like, no, they're the ones who, because I was like, okay, well, let's work on getting the referral for the sleep dentistry and everything. He's like, I'm not the one that refers you. They have to refer you because it's their recommendation. It has to come from the sleep clinic. I refer you to the sleep clinic. The sleep clinic then refers you to all the other specialists that you need to deal with. And I'm like, fuck. Yeah, if you owed them money, they'd be on you same day. But since you need something from them, all of a sudden, we'll get to you when we choose to. Yeah, that's what it feels like. And it's like, fucking, I've never had this issue with dealing with specialists before. Because from my experience previously, dealing with specialists with regards to the nerve damage in my spine and everything, it was not a problem. They were on it. If I messaged them or called them, I immediately had a response back. And it's like, this is affecting my sleep, which is affecting my cognitive ability. Yesterday, if you did not know me and did not know that I have problems with breathing while I sleep properly and everything else, and that I'm trying to deal with it, you would have sworn I was drunk. I fell down twice. I couldn't coherently speak. And that's because 3 days of repeated not being able to properly sleep. Not getting good restful sleep. Because here's the thing, the 4-ish hours each night that I got in sleep was not continuous. It was intermittent. So I was constantly being disturbed. As soon as I doze off, I was getting interrupted. And the thing is though, is I was interrupting myself. So and that's the thing, it's not like this is This isn't some tiny ass little issue. This is something that is progressively getting worse by day. And the worst part is with obstructive sleep apnea is it becomes a cycle. It becomes this very ultra repetitive cycle, because if you're not getting proper deep restful sleep, it triggers the inflammation and it enhances the issue. The problem keeps getting worse and worse and worse, and it's like, holy shit, like, just please, for the love of God, like, I'm like, save me, Jeebus. That's basically what I feel like. I'm like, just save me, Jeebus. I would like to put that into here. Truck mods and okay. AI traffic. Let's go. I'm just going through. Okay, we'll get rid of that one. Bus traffic and classic AI traffic. Okay, so get rid of that, and that's done. All right. Boom, done. That was me before my doc found my heart valve issue. Super fast heart rate. I couldn't calm down enough to sleep. See, and that's, yeah, but your point though, you're right. If I owed them money, they would have been on me every single fucking day, right? Like, unequivocally, just like, bam, where's my money? Where's my money? Where's the money, Lebowski? Where's the fucking money, Lebowski? That's what they, every day, right? They'd send somebody and threaten to break my legs and shit. We know it. Okay, 1 second. I gotta plug my wheel in. Ow. I just hurt my head. I don't take my medicine, I get jittery like I've had too much coffee. Oh, that sounds terrible. See, my thing is, though, is like, I don't get jittery. I just get to the point of physical exhaustion that I basically pass out. Which is actually, apparently that is very dangerous if you have severe obstructive sleep apnea. Getting to the point of physical exhaustion where you just pass out. This is very dangerous. I just want a normal night's sleep. Okay. Step better. Okay. All right. Are we ready? Oh. I don't know if you guys are ready. I don't think you guys are ready. Let's double check and make sure everything is actually functional. I still gotta figure out this freaking handbrake situation because I was fiddling with it on Saturday. I didn't fiddle with it yesterday because I fiddled with it a little bit on Saturday. Again, I can't get fucking games to recognize it, but Windows recognizes it fine. I can't even force it into existence in games, which, trust me, is a real pain in the balls. Excuse me, what do you mean? No device found. Fuck off. Enabling support required. Wait, what? Well, that's working. Okay, shifter's working. I love it says handbrake. I do not have. See, here's the thing. I have a handbrake. It is not a Fanatec handbrake. Secret lab chair had small plastic piece snap off. Dangerous, could be used as a knife on the shiv side and side it broke off on. Contacting Secret Lab. Still amazing chair. I mean, I think that's probably a fluke, right? That sounds like a complete fluke. Yeah, I did install Forza Motorsport. Thank you, by the way, Sleepy Developer. I really appreciate that. Start the game, go to settings, play gameplay and HUD, UDP race telemetry, data out. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, I have not done that. Do we have a new software update? No. Okay, we're good. Never mind. All right, here we go. I'm over 200 too. Work at home, get up many times a day. Well, and that's the thing. You don't want your chair shanking you. Doesn't sound like a good time. What happened to you? Chair stab. How do you explain that one going into the emergency room? Chair stab me. Got mad because I kept getting up and down and everywhere around, and chair got mad at me and stabbed me. They're gonna call me? I mean, that, see. We're not doing this, by the way. I'm just outside warranty. New chair or consumer affairs, your choice. Call inside 24 hours. Damn. That's not bad. It's so you're literally just outside of warranty. I mean, that's, I would like to get a new chair too, but we are not doing the driving academy. We're not doing this. Yep. Bye. Exit, please. Thank you. It's because I had a little dot beside it. I was like, hey, what's this? You're outside. Oh, like literally most chairs wouldn't begin to think about a support line. I'm outside warranty. Yeah, see, and that's kind of the problem, right? Okay, we'll do that, and bus traffic will. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that though. Shit. We're gonna definitely have to go through and check some stuff, I think. Let's do the spring add-on just for giggles. I want that. There we go. Okay. We'll get rid of the realistic rain because apparently that's incompatible. That sucks. Do I oh, that's got to go too. Fuck. That's fine. All right, let's go through and see what we've got. See what I need to remove. Okay, sound mods seem to be fine. What? Cables enhanced? What the hell happened here? All right, well, that goes then. Fuck it. I think that means that it was pulled from Steam. All right, you know what? I actually just, yeah, this had to have been pulled from Steam. I'm going to unsubscribe from that. There we go. All right, I'm going to remove all of these except for Daniel Junction. The reason being is I don't have the up-to-date version of these, and with the changes I don't want to end up having any of that breaking the game. So all right, there we go. All hidden in having these devices is a feat of greatness. I'd be 100% Achievos for ATS if it weren't for the driving. Yeah, I mean, I haven't even touched the driving academy, I'll be honest. I haven't touched it at all. Not even in the slightest bit. Oh, here we fucking go. I don't have any map mods. Actually, you know what? Hold on. We're just going to do this then. Fuck it. There you go. All the way down. Get rid of that. And get rid of that. There we go. Put that up. When was this updated for 1.58? I don't know. You know what? I'm going to disable that actually. I have a sneaking suspicion it's probably broken as fuck. All right. Hi, Jay. How's your day going? Or sits down. Yeah. Such a safety issue. They have to talk to me. Some kids get that shank. Yeah. There it is. Oh, I bet you were at the Canadian International Auto Show. I mean, that's. How long were you guys there for? And you really didn't send me anything, by the way. I was waiting. Barely got a freaking peep out of you. And by the way, question: how were you able to mistake a freaking Nissan 240Z for a fucking Miata? How? How did you screw that up? How did you... Hi, rookie. How did you mess up a Nissan 240Z for a freaking Mazda Miata? I'm grumpy. I've had very little sleep. 300 plus car pics. Auto Horse Con, yeah, pretty much. Giggle snort. Miata ta 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 ta. That's pretty much what I think. I'm still trying to figure that one out. Oh. I know I sound like I'm such a mean dad. I'm such a dick. Because it didn't have a man with a midlife crisis in it. I can send them. I was just enjoying. I'm glad that you're. Well, hey, then welcome to my club. Only you don't have obstructive sleep apnea. What's your excuse for staying up? I couldn't help it. I wasn't actually allowed to sleep because every time I tried to go to sleep, my body told me no. It would wake me up. So I had 12 hours of sporadic sleep over 3 days. Chances are yeah. Problem is, I'm more than likely going to end up with... Okay, so we want Route 66, right? Go to San Francisco. All right, company, teacher study summary says kids are more misbehaved now. Gasp. No, the problem is what child psychologists are referring to as popcorn brain. The younger that you are when you are subjected to social media, short form media, and Snapchat, the harder it becomes because you've grown up with it in adolescence to actually retrain and rewire your brain. It's called popcorn brain. Still be a good kid, but for a lot of kids, it can cause major issues. It's true. It's true. Absolutely true. 100% true. Ugh. What? It's, hey, professionals. I know you got 2 hoodies and you didn't even take a picture, but I take a breath. Exactly. Don't doom scroll on it. Be reals, chat. Actually, I'm glad that you got the Hot Wheels. Yeah, this kid loves her collections. So because we did that, great. I'm gonna have a bunch of vehicles that I can't access because they're actually it looks like, yeah, garage. Okay. Montrose. Okay, I need to relocate. Okay, Santa Fe. We're gonna relocate the Pinnacle. Santa Fe, New Mexico. I have to relocate these because if I don't, game will crash if I try to access these. So I'm glad that you got so many. It's actually really cool. Peterbilt 389. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay, so last thing I need to do, trailers. No, trailer manager, thank you. Okay, I'm going to actually sell that. Yep. Sell that. Thank you. Sell. Thank you. It's an insulated and that's a reefer. Okay, we're gonna first move that. We're gonna relocate that to, let's go. Okay, that way none of this starts crashing the game. I'm gonna relocate that one to go. Okay, yes, thank you. All right, there we go. Boom, done. Beautiful. That takes care of all of that. My Hot Wheels collecting has been passed to Ken's because she got a whole set yesterday. I'm glad that she... Nice. That's actually really cool. Well, send me pictures of the Hot Wheels, goddammit. Hearts in Bloom. When the hell is this crap? External contracts with World of Trucks. 600... Wait, since when did they start doing stuff for Valentine's Day? I don't remember doing Valentine's Day. Well, I'm not going to check it right now. I'll check it after. I'm still cranky because I only clocked about 5 hours of sleep last night. So this sleep apnea stuff is really freaking messing my head. Okay, I like the new UI. Yeah, this is messing with me so hard. Oh, I like that. Hold on. Wait, what is the actual... The new UI for the GPS is not my... Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about the GPS here. That's kind of cool, but I like that we've got like the gauge down in the bottom corner. Is there any way to actually have it up and have the freaking GPS off? That'd be fantastic. I'd love that. That would be great. The gauge in the corner. Yeah, I like the gauge. My gauge count, a comment go through. Chat reset on me. The gauge in the corner. I saw that. Yeah, no, I like the gauge. I didn't see any other comment regarding that. Okay, let's go into options. Oh. The only here's the downside, by the way. Also, the downside to not sleeping really well. It comes to the worst part of it. Oh my god, I can't even speak properly. The biggest problem with not sleeping properly and not getting a full restful night's sleep, as you can see, number one, cognitive delay. Number two, it opens you up to it honestly, it quite literally opens your immune system up to getting something, like to getting sick. I think I didn't see any other comment other than you like the gauge on the corner, sir. Auto camera, no. Oh my god. Physics, okay, I'm not changing any of that. Full info, yeah, okay. Boy. Okay, desktop backgrounds. Can I select? I would like to select. Go back to that one. Okay, that one. Show truck limit. Okay, yeah, HUD. Show car limit, huh? Oh, I like that. Keep widgets hidden. Okay, keep mirrors hidden. All right, navigation line. Map alignment, always north. Okay, yeah. Region presets, continental Europe. Fuck. Hell would I... Oh, no, hold on. Oh, because I wanted 24-hour clock notation. There we go. Okay, never mind. Wanders off to get food. Sleepy's like, god damn it. Contextual hints. No, let's turn that off, thanks. Heavy cargo warning scene. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Enable name tags, yeah, if we're doing convoy, sure, why not? Okay. I'm not seeing anything at all. Okay, that's at least correct. That's good. Gameplay. Assistance. I don't want assistance, thanks. No. They'll start assistant, no. Invert mouse, no. Oh. Alright, let's check under accessibility. Is there any way... Blinker camera rotation? Steering auto center. That's it? Oh my god. That's just kind of terrible. Alright, I think we're just gonna leave everything as it currently is. I think we should be alright. I want to turn that off. I don't need you to tell me what I can and can't do where I am. That's obnoxious. Let me turn all of this stuff off, please. Come on, SCS. That's freaking obnoxious, dude. everything looks to be pretty good here. All right, let's, so we're currently in San Francisco. What we want to do is we want to take Route 66. Now, my question is, as somebody who is a complete effing pleb and has no concept of Route 66, where do I start? I'm on the West Coast. So where do I pick up Route 66 in California? Is there a way to pick up Route 66 in California? To anyone who may know, throw it down in chat. It's not spoilers, believe me. Because it's supposed to be across the top, the northern part of... That's 40. Oh, is this part of 6? Nah, that can't be it, is it? Why would it only be that part? Where the hell is the rest of it? There is no way that is 66. That can't be all of it, man. No freaking way. I see 64. 40. 60 to 380. Chat, where do we start for this? All right, you know what? Hold on. I'm gonna look into it for myself because I feel like being the person. Main Street of America, Mother Road, 2,400 miles from Chicago, Illinois to Santa Monica, California. All right, so we want to start in Santa Monica. Got it. That makes life a lot easier, doesn't it? No. Reset navigation, please. Okay, so we want to go to Santa Monica. Fresno, Modesto, Stockton, Sacramento, Truckee, Redding, Eureka, San Francisco, San Jose, Santa Cruz, Santa Maria. Where the hell is Santa Monica? Where in the... You've got to be kidding me. They don't even have Santa Monica here. They should have Santa Monica. Wait. You can make it yourself? What, Santa Monica? Fuck you, rookie. Eat my entire ass. If that hurts your feelings, tough. Suck it up, Buttercup. You can't say that you are doing a Route 66 rework and not have the place where it ends on the map. That makes no sense. That makes zero sense. You're doing a rework of Route 66 and then do not add the place to which Route 66 ends. This is where it starts. This is Chicago, right? There's 80, 70, 44, 55. this will undoubtedly be the absolute worst. Like historically bad. See, here's the thing though, Rookie. Your comment is not helpful in any way. Like none whatsoever. It is not helpful. I was asking. And your response was, well, you can mod it in. That's what you tell me. Like, fuck off. Frankly, fuck off. That is not helpful. When I'm staring at the map, well, just add it in yourself. What I'm asking is for someone to assist, to properly help, to give me the information. Where do we start with this? Because right now I am not seeing a Route 66 anywhere on the goddamn map. Where's Death Valley? Right? Where the hell is it? It's not here. Anywhere. This is super frustrating, by the way, chat, because now I'm just floundering around. See, here's the thing. Normally, requires following a combination of historic segments and Interstate I-40, which replaced most of the route. Okay, key detail segments exist in Arizona, Kingman and Flagstaff area, California, Barstow to Amboy, and start in Barstow, take I-40 east. Mile 0 in Barstow. See, now that would have been helpful. Rookie was not being helpful. So we're going to relocate ourselves to Barstow, honestly. If I seem rather short, it's because in 4 days' time, I have clocked less than 20 hours of sleep because of my sleep apnea. So I'm a little testy. Today is probably the last day that anybody wants to try my patience because I don't have any patience today. My patience ran out yesterday when I could barely walk, could barely talk, fell down twice and injured myself, all because of sleep apnea and because of my lack of sleep. So today, I have no patience. None. So today is not the day to test my patience. Because I have no problem with just outright banning people today. And I don't care if that ends up hurting my channel growth. I'll just do it because I don't have the patience. Grandma is not home. No, Grandma is not home until like 8 or 9 o'clock tonight. Just get that out of your head. Now, while some of you might be like, well, why are you streaming? It comes down to I missed yesterday, and I missed last Tuesday, and every time I miss a day, it takes 3 days to recover. This is my job. This is how I pay my way through life. This is how I pay my part of the mortgage, how I pay my part of the internet bill, food, you know, so on and so forth. So even though I might be a little low right now, energy-wise and Okay, so we're going to use using the I-15 I-40 junction to find the historic undivided road through Ludlow and Amboy. Okay, well, we don't have Ludlow on here. But I would say we want to follow 40 across up through Kingman. And then, okay, so let's see what we can find for freight market here. We're in Barstow. That goes up to Prim, but that doesn't really follow. So let's go. I probably want to go across towards Arkansas, or up through into Missouri. I think maybe, yeah. Go to Missouri if I can find it. All right, let's see if we can. Lufkin, Miles. That's Montana, Nebraska, Colorado, New Mexico. Okay, that's not. Do we have anything in Arizona? Got Clifton. Little far south. Nogales is even farther south. All right, let's go to, we're gonna go to Clifton then. We'll set the destination and then we'll set the route from there. Okay. Oof. Okay, we gotta turn that down. So, when we get the road trip DLC, what car pack do you think we're going to get with it first? Like, what vehicles do you think we're going to get with it as part of the DLC? You've been to Prim? Yeah, I've been to Prim too. Fallout New Vegas. Fallout New Vegas. It's the only time I think I've been to Prim. Hey, Black Ghost. I'm exhausted. Like, I have not been this exhausted since my days as a civilian instructor, and even then, it didn't feel like this. Dad, listen, Ghost, I missed you too. I hate your butt. Anyways. Yeah, I'm gonna be locking in. I want to do Forza Horizon 6 when it comes out in May. I spent some time with Forza Horizon 5 recently. I was gonna do five streams with it, but I was like, you know what, like, not streaming yesterday, I really couldn't commit to doing a 5th stream. Wasn't in the cards, but I feel like I spent enough time. I caught up with it. I feel pretty good about where I'm sitting with Forza Horizon 5. I am looking forward to 6. So it's funny. I basically last night. So Eliza and I were sitting in the kitchen and she's making dinner. I said I was gonna help, and then she told me to sit my ass down. And she's like, you were always more worried about others. And she's like, you are exhausted. You can barely function as a human being right now. She's like, sit down. I've got this. It's like, and it wasn't like she was doing anything like super complicated for dinner or anything, right? Normally, the thing is, normally I enjoy helping out, like her and I making meals together. I enjoy doing that. And basically it was one of those, as she put it, you know, I'm always putting myself in front of everyone else. And this is what she's seen. You guys don't get the same dad as what everybody else gets in real life, okay? You guys get online dad. Totally different beast. And she was just like, you know, like, just sit down, relax. Like, you don't need to, just like, if you want to sit here, you can sit here. If you want to go and, you know, relax in the living room and just like lay on the couch, she goes, you do that. She goes, you need to rest though, because like, so Sunday night, I ended up waking her up at around 4:30, like 4:30 a.m. And I woke her up, and her going, like, getting up, taking her pillow and coming downstairs to sleep on the couch because of how bad the snoring was getting. Actually, then I ended up waking up and I couldn't get back to sleep. And at that point, I had already woken up 7 times that night. Between 11 p.m. and 4:30 a.m., I'd already woken up 7 times. And it took me roughly 20 to 25 minutes each time to go back to sleep. And then when she got up at 4:30, I couldn't get back to sleep. Last night, I slept on the couch. So she could actually sleep in the bed comfortably, because she had to, like, she's got 5 hours of commute today. She had to drive, she had to drive 2.5 hours to Toronto, and then she got a 2.5 hour drive back, traffic depending, right? So it was just one of those. But yeah, like, she was just constantly, she's like, you're always making sure everybody else is okay before you check in on yourself. It's just like, you're allowed to, like, stop and just not do anything for the day. It's like, you don't have to feel guilty about it. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm not accomplishing anything. Like, I feel like ass and I should still be doing something. And she kept basically telling me to fuck off. And by that, she meant, like, it is okay to feel run down. You should not expect no one here, like, as she was putting it, no one here in the house. What? Okay, I want to turn that off. I don't want that. I don't care about the XP for driving X amount of kilometers and blah, 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 blah. I don't want that. I want it off. I don't need to. I did a sleep study. I don't use wearables. I refuse to use wearables. I will not have, like, we're already inundated. My phone is a fucking phone. We're already inundated with too much tech. Those things are not accurate. The only way to get accurate readings on sleep is you have to have the diodes attached all over the place, including the stuff attached to your freaking head. A wearable does not give you accurate sleep data. It doesn't give you 20% of the sleep data that you need to correct issues. So no, I do not use a tracker. I do not use a wearable. I don't use any of that shit. I've done the sleep study. I know that this stuff has been existing and prominent for well over a decade now, and it's getting increasingly worse. I have to wait. I can't just go and get a CPAP machine. I can't just go and seek out the sleep dentistry because I need a referral for that. So I have to wait. There is nothing I can do on my end other than sit with my thumb up my ass and fucking wait. A wearable isn't going to give me any more information than I already have. And why am I going to spend the money for that, then the stupid subscription for the app to be able to track my data? Why? Why am I going to go through that waste and excess for a piece of technology that I then, even though I own the technology, can't fucking fully use without having to pay a fucking monthly subscription? That is absolute bullshit. It's for health. It's for well-being. Why in the fuck are we slaves to a goddamn subscription for that shit? Anybody who buys into that, you've got to be the absolute fucking dumbest fuck on the planet. If you buy into the premise, yeah, this wearable tracks my sleep and it's going to give me accurate data. Says fucking who? Who told you that crock of shit? Because they fucking lied to you. You bought that bullshit hook, line, and fucking sinker. Instead of trusting doctors, trusting medical professionals, people who study this shit for a living to try to help people with these problems. You trust a device and a subscription from people who haven't got half a fucking clue what you deal with on a daily basis. So no, I do not use a sleep tracker because they are nonsense. Because you do not get reliable data from a sleep tracker, from an app and a wearable. You do not have enough connection points through a single point of contact on your body to register your entire biometric system during sleep. Come on. Anybody with like more than 100 IQ would know that. You know, it is very, very bad when my normal meditative techniques in the morning cannot get my brain to just stop and allow me to maintain some modicum of balance that I normally hold in my life. I think I'm doing. Oh, I just realized I've got to change my thing back to American units to freedom units, and also gotta. Oh, okay, we're taking 40. So yes, chat. This is what happens when somebody starts suffering the effects of long-term systemic frickin' sleep deprivation. First thing is mood. Basically, this is almost like an experiment of what not to do. And I'm not doing this intentionally because, trust me, I would love to get my normal 7.5 hours of sleep a night, so that I can maintain a little bit more, a modicum of control over myself. That's got to be what crashing out feels like for people. Oh. All I really want is to have like 2 nights. 2 nights where I'm not waking myself up in the middle of the night choking, where I can properly breathe, and I actually wake up well rested instead of being woken up 2 or 3 times an hour. Like, here's the thing you gotta understand is if you are waking up between 24 and 63 times an hour of these micro awakenings, you can't get true restful sleep, and it just and again, like, the worst part is I know that this has an effect on my my overall, like, why does it shadow there going over? That makes no goddamn sense. What? Has long-term systemic effects on the immune system and immune function. If you already suffer from inflammation, it increases the likelihood of the inflammation being worse. Okay, I don't, why? How do I turn this crap off? I don't need to see the tickets and the XP. I don't need any of that. I don't need the consolification. I know that it's there, but I want to be able to turn it off on PC. I don't want it. Can I turn that crap off? I'm glad that it is there for those that want it, but I want more of a simulation, not... Really, all I want is I just want to get the referrals from the sleep study, like from the specialist from Dr. Awad, so that I can finally get to work on getting the mouth guard. That's going to be $4,000, and getting the CPAP, which is going to be $2,400. I don't have coverage for any of that. I don't want to turn the fines off. I just want to turn the notification off. We're going around. No, I want to turn the notifications off. I don't want to turn fines off. I don't care about getting the fines. I just don't need, and same with the experience points. I just don't need the little thing to come up and show me that it's doing it. And if anybody knows how to turn that off, please, by all means, let me know. By the way, I apologize for my attitude, but this is what happens with sleep deprivation. But I also cannot afford to take more time off. I took last Tuesday off because I had a doctor's appointment. Then I took yesterday off because I clocked like I said, 12 hours of sleep over 3 nights. And again, I'm still running sleep deprived. Yeah, I was able to sort of get like 5-ish hours last night, but again, it was intermittent. It wasn't like long term. So we're on day 4 of not being able to properly sleep. Why is that pink? I thought that was my filters, but it's not. Why in the... Looks like it's bleached out, so... But again, it's one of those, like... Unlike having, you know, a more traditional 9 to 5... And even with those, you only get 3 sick days and like 3 emergency days. There's Amboy. Okay. Well, there we go. As a content creator, we don't have a safety net, like a lot of others would. And every day that you're not live is lost opportunity. And yeah, I was told in no uncertain terms that I was taking yesterday off. I was told flat out, no uncertain terms. I had to take yesterday off. It was after I fell the first time yesterday. And couldn't coherently form a full sentence yesterday, and that was after 2 cups of coffee. And she's like, no, you're just like, you need the rest. Okay, I gotta, number one, I gotta change the dash. I can't do the kilometers per hour in American truck. It's weird. It's weird. Can I turn this back over to, interface. Okay, it'll be under interfaces, right? Yeah. Region presets? No. USA. Okay. US dollars. Show secondary. Localized city state names. Okay. We're still gonna do 24-hour clock. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. I still want this in Celsius though. Kilometers per liter. Okay. Yep. Liters. Okay. I turned contextual hints off. Okay, so keep widgets hidden? The hell is this? Widgets? Oh. Okay, there we go. That works. Let's see if that fixes it. Okay. Hopefully. All right, that works better. Yeah, that's way better. So yeah, it's to say that the last couple of days have been rough. I don't feel well because I haven't been sleeping well, so and while I wish I had some kind of a safety net that would allow me to actually have like a couple of days to just sort of catch up on my sleep and, you know, and actually take care of myself. Unfortunately, I don't. Ford, Found on Road Dead, is that the first car pack we're gonna get, you think? I did notice that we have the car packs in. Actually, you know what, we're gonna zip through here, exit 105. Apparently I've already got the road part, but I haven't been through here, so we're just gonna, yeah, at 55 mile an hour. Okay, we'll slow down a little bit. I don't want to tip the truck. I don't want to break the truck, actually. Hold on. Do some stupid shit here. Thank you, rookie. But I don't discount both. I feel like you're probably on the right path with that, where they have showcased more regarding Ford, especially with the most recent one with the police interceptor that they showed from Germany. By the way, the guy who owns that car lives in Leipzig, Germany. That had to have come at great cost because he had that thing imported from California. Holy crap. Like, Jesus. That could not have been cheap. No, Douglas, you don't need to be on my lap. You can go and sit on the couch. You can go curl up on the couch. No. No, you're not on. No. Your whines and your pleas and your little shaking, because it's like, oh, I'm alone. You're not alone. You have two other animals that are curled up sleeping just fine on the couch that you can curl up with. You don't need to be attached to a human all the time, Douglas. Got plenty of cuddle time with me this morning. Oh. Okay, so I don't know what we're gonna stream tomorrow yet. I'm a warmer. The thing is, though, is I'm not the warmer. The little dog is the warmer. This little freaking tiny honking dog is just like, it's ridiculous how much heat this little sucker puts out. Oh, she went upstairs to go and harass the other human in the house. You're warmer than the other pets? No. Negative, Ghost Rider. I am definitely not warmer. We're into day 4 of sleep deprivation. I can tell you I am definitely not warmer. And by the way, again, this isn't you know, this isn't self-inflicted sleep deprivation. This is not by choice. My body has decided that it is very angry for whatever reason and refuses to properly sleep, and I am waking up multiple times. No, because you'll get told to go F off and find another stream to go mentally reprogram somebody else. I'll just shut shit off. I'm not afraid. I am not afraid to do that and take that route. Even if it will hurt me, I don't care. I have physical bits of my body that actually hurt right now that haven't hurt in a while. I know. I understand people need to poke. Wish you wouldn't poke though today. I'm plumb out of patience, and my jovial spirit that I normally have and joking is almost non-existent. Yeah, it's just been one of those last 4 nights now. The sleep apnea is just like, I slept on the couch last night, which by the way is not a comfortable sleep for someone like me. Now I'm very blunt and very literal when I'm like this. And you know, my filter becomes non-existent. Normally I can be very pleasant, very jovial, and joke around with a lot of people, and you know, unfortunately when the worse my sleep gets, I become bitchy. The easiest way to put it. I get very bitchy. Because unfortunately, sleep is what allows our brains to flush all the freaking toxins and everything from our system and from our brains and from our spinal cords. And when you don't sleep properly, you can't get the proper restful sleep that you need. And then those toxins start building up, and it actually throws our chemical balance, our very freaking sensitive chemical balances, it throws it right off. And that's not opinion, that is science-based fact. Sleep is not something that you can fuck with. I thought I turned this shit off. Why is it so... I thought I hid all of this crap. That Jake break sounds really nice, though. Yeah, it's just one of those, everything kind of nice gets tossed out the window, I guess is the best way to put it. Okay, so we're gonna pull in here for a second. Ooh. Something big and slow just flew right over the office. Well, that's terrifying. How close are you guys to an airport? Are you close to an airport? I don't think you probably aren't, are you? Okay. 2 miles from a Boeing facility and an Air Force base. My money's on the Air Force base. Would you concur? All right. Controls. Eye tracking, color feedback. I've done everything that I am medically supposed to do. I'm not using drugs. I will not use drugs. I will not use a sleep aid. I will not use alcohol, as right now I am supposed to be abstaining. Even though we know what is causing the higher than average bilirubin count, it has nothing to do with alcohol. It's called Gilbert syndrome. It's benign. It's a genetic thing. We're almost right underneath the pattern for tanker traffic. So yeah, plus the Dreamlifter flew in the other. Holy, yeah. So did the Air Force's Doomsday plane? That sounds terrifying. Doomsday plane. But I have done everything that I am supposed to do, including like trying to sleep on my stomach, staying on my side. Doesn't matter what position I sleep in. Even, and the worst part is even this past weekend, even with the orthopedic wedge sitting at like 50 degrees, I was still gagging and snoring in my sleep. So, you know, that's always great. Keep widgets hidden, keep mirrors hidden. All right, I just... It's a relic from the SAC mission days. Cool. Oh, okay, yeah. I turned the contextual hints off because I don't want the... Based on your playstyle will appear. Heavy cargo, like... Okay, so... Is there no way to turn that off now? I generally don't have caffeine after 12 p.m. my time. I'm very regimented. Like, I'm not drinking coffee at like 5 o'clock at night kind of thing. I won't. I cannot use melatonin. Because if I use melatonin, I won't wake up. And the problem is the melatonin also then forces your body to relax in a fashion that it becomes dangerous. Because basically what I'm doing when I sleep, and it doesn't matter where I'm sleeping, I'm trying to swallow my own tongue when I sleep. The only thing that is going to prevent that is a mouth guard or CPAP. Or in most likely case, both. The issue that I'm having right now is that I am currently waiting for the referral for the sleep dentistry and the list for the CPAP. But the other issue is it's always also going to come down to cost because I'm not covered. So the sleep dentistry is going to cost a minimum of $4,000 and the CPAP is going to cost a minimum of $2,400. And believe me when I say this, it's not like I'm going to be able to get a loan from the bank to cover that either. Twitch Mom can't help. Because she and I have not co-resided for 18 months, so she can't even put me on benefits and cover part of it. So I have to do this 100% out of pocket. All right, so apparently there is no way to turn that crap off. I've got the pillows, I've got the sleepwear, I have the stupid shirt with the little thing that prevents me from rolling onto my back, which, by the way, does not prevent you from rolling on your back. It does not prevent you from rolling on your back. You just end up waking up with a sore fucking spot on your back. I have a wedge that prevents me from turning in my sleep. Still doesn't help. I'm still choking on my tongue in my sleep. And the worst part is the inflammation and the issues that cause that gets worse the less amount of sleep you get. So it becomes this cycle. It becomes this complete and absolute freaking shitfest of a cycle. And we don't know why all of a sudden my body has this immunity to even sleeping upright isn't working. Like, we don't know what the hell is going on or why it is. Like, I don't smoke. I'm not a vapor. I don't smoke weed. I don't do any drugs. I don't take sleep aids. I don't do the melatonin, right? I'm regimented with my coffee. I've been for years. Just because, again, I know it's like, it's good for like good health and well-being. That's why it's like 2, maybe 3 cups of coffee a day. Never late afternoon coffee, right? It's always, you know, pretty. Or if I want a taste of coffee, I'm going to say this, and this may upset some people, I will drink decaf. I will drink decaffeinated coffee. So I get the taste of the coffee without the caffeine. I know it's blasphemy, but that's why literally the only pre-ground coffee that we have in the house is decaf. I don't drink a lot of I don't intake a lot of high sugary foods or like junky stuff. I'm far more diligent and regimented about like what the effects of certain foods and beverages and stuff have on my like overall general health. And the crazy part is, the running joke right now is I have all of the stuff that obese people have, but I'm not obese. Slightly got a bit of a dad bod at age 53, but I'm not obese. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I'm just hoping it resolves itself sooner rather than later, because, like, if I have another night where it's, like, basically another sleepless night, I'm not going to be what anyone would tomorrow would be the realm of being a vegetable. And the worst part is it doesn't matter that I supplement, and by supplement I mean like I'm on the 3000 IUs of vitamin D3 plus K2 that my doctor has prescribed me to be on. I'm taking the omega-3s as I've been prescribed to be on. I'm using the creatine when I'm supposed to use it, and creatine does not have any overall negative effect other than a slightly upregulated level of creatinine in blood work. But again, it's because it's been something that has been recommended to me from my doctor. That's I don't just go all willy-nilly off and do stuff just because like Google AI suggested it or something. Like, I do it because I have discussed it with my doctor. I've discussed it with medical professionals. I'm not just going off of some like anecdotal information online because some gym bro said, yeah, that's the best way to do it. No. I'm doing this because, see, I don't like this and I want to turn that off. This would be great. Can I add this information back to this? Oh, here we go. Okay. Indicators, navigation. Here we go. Keep mirrors hidden. Okay. Interior infotainment, sure. What messages? Automatic parking, background. Disabled. Okay, hold on. Is that? I wonder if that's got to be it. Okay, company messages. We'll disable the company. Wait, hold on. Only an interior. We'll disable that. There. Oh, that's actually not bad. I don't mind that. Disable all this stuff actually. All right, well, looks like we're stuck with it for the time being. All right, so if I go, oh, I was kind of hoping that it would actually, no, I don't want that for navigation thing. Okay. It's in the hints options. Are you sure? I'm pretty sure I have hints disabled. Hi, Luke. Hints. Be under. Is that under gameplay? Oh, it'll be under interface. Contextual hints. They're turned off. It's off. I have it shut off. Do you see why I'm having a problem with this? It is turned off. Yeah, I have that off and it's still showing up. Yeah, I have it off. It's still showing up. You understand why I'm frustrated? Because I have it off. I've always kept the contextual hint stuff off because it's obnoxious and it gets in my way and I don't want it there. Your guess is as good as mine considering I don't have any mods that mess with the UI, so your guess is as good as mine. Your guess is as good as mine. When they still come up? Yeah, exactly. So. Oh, it's poor. Oh, it's wow. Oh, and it's raining. Awesome. Love it. Okay. Let's go in here then. It's probably some weird fluke of a bug or something. Who knows? I guess somebody will figure it out and probably plop out a mod for it. Oh, so freaking tired. And by the way, I am aware that I'm going against the arrows and I don't care. I'm like, I don't care. I actually don't give a rat's backside. Except for the fact that I kind of have to come out of the sun. So... I don't even give a rat's backside. So freaking exhausted. Navigation disabled, interior information, infotainment, 20 messages only in interior, keep widgets hidden. I had all of it. I got it all turned off. All of that crap. Like, I can turn the infotainment on and off, but I generally don't, as you can see. Hold on. No, that is not the email I need. I swear to God, if I owed them money, they'd be on me like white on goddamn rice. Because I need them to get off their ass and actually do their job and get me the referrals I need so I can get into start the sleep dentistry stuff. And the sleep positional therapy and the CPAP, but nope. So it looks like before the end of this year, I'm probably looking at least $6,000 or $7,000 in medical just to get on top, like to do the CPAP and do the mouth guard so I can start sleeping at night. And I have to go through those first. They will not just do surgery. The worst part is the surgical procedure is actually classified as plastic surgery, even though it is life-saving surgery. They class because it is a plastic surgeon that actually does the procedure. So therefore, insurance of any kind, if you have any, will not cover it. Basically, what they do is they reshape the soft palate at the back. Sleepy, thank you. Starting point for the Scott Wellness Project.
Sleepy Developer cheered X1000.
Thank you,
Small
Sleepy.
starting point for the
Sleepy Developer, you've
project.
been like super kind and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you. Yeah, the Scott Wellness Project. Oh my God. I just want to go back to being able to sleep comfortably and not having to, you know, effectively what Eliza and I are going to end up having to do is we're going to end up, like, and the worst part is we can't do it here. We would have to have what is often referred to as a sleep divorce, meaning that she and I sleep in different rooms. But seeing as how this is only a 2-bedroom condominium, and her 19-year-old daughter has the other room, she and I sleeping in different rooms means one of us is sleeping on a couch, which isn't good for either of us. Luke, I hope you're doing all right. Oh. The word, like, it's just, oh my God. And the crazy part is, for anybody who's actually ever dealt with sleep apnea or any kind of like major sleep issue, I think you probably also realize is the longer that you go without good quality restful sleep, the more it opens you up to other things. Like in my case, the more likely it is that I will end up with long-term, like longer lasting bouts of migraines. Okay, well, we're kind of on Route 66 right now. In a weird roundabout way. I had to, we had to take a weird roundabout way. It was the only way I was getting. They didn't make it clear, did they? Metallic trolley. Hopes and prayers. I listen. I do believe in the power of positive thinking, by the way, just for the record. I do believe in the power of the positive thinking, but there comes time where even trying to keep positive about stuff, you run out of energy, right? Like the battery only holds charge for so long, you know? And the weird, I think the frustrating part is there's a lot that healthcare covers up here in Canada, like my taxes cover. Like for instance, again, I'm not trying to wish this into existence of any form or anything, but if I were to say right at this exact moment, like I were to pass out, my stepdaughter came down and then called 911 to have me rush to the hospital, I wouldn't get billed for that. If she came down and found me unconscious and called an ambulance, there would be no charge for that. They would come in, they would verify my vitals and everything else. They would rush me to the hospital. I would not get billed for that. I wouldn't get billed for the ambulance. I wouldn't get billed for any measures that they had to take in the emergency room to, you know, help me. Wouldn't get billed for that. But the preventative care, the stuff that would actually prevent me getting to that point, unless you work for an employer that gives you benefits, which, by the way, there, in a lot of cases, there are still a lot of businesses and companies here that do not provide their employees with any kind of healthcare benefits. You don't get any kind of insurance. There is still way too much of that stuff, unfortunately, that is not covered, that should be covered. Honestly, preventative would keep a lot of people out of the hospital that don't need to be there, because things were worked on to prevent that from happening. And that's the thing, like the stuff that I need to help with the sleep apnea, which, by the way, sleep apnea can kill you, especially the more obstructive it becomes, the more likelihood that it causes problems for cardiac health, for brain health, for longevity. It can kill you. It is slow. Preventative scans can run you 2 to 3K, nearly 100 a month if you do regularly, full skin. See, here's the thing is, if I just wanted a full body MRI, if I just wanted that done, I would have to pay out of pocket. But if there's something wrong with me, it will gladly give me all the fucking scans I need or could ever want. Yeah. Which is dumb, man. It's not how it should be. That's how the system is set up, which is the dumbest fucking thing. Like, we've already gone out. I have specialized pillows. We got a brand new mattress. Like, I've done the sleep study. And my sleep isn't getting any better. It's only getting worse. Even after doing the stuff that was recommended, other than the medical side of it, which I'm still waiting on the referrals, there's nothing else I can do. Every other year, full body scan is essentially $100 a month between scans, right? Over 2,400. Late cancer discovery, millions. That's the thing, like, think of all of the if doctors and pharmaceutical companies and hospitals and, you know, these care units and everything took up preventative care rather than wait until somebody is deathly ill and then give you palliative, you would increase the quality of life for so many fucking people. People fly there to get scans. It would be cheaper for me to pay out of pocket for the scan here than to fly to Japan to get scans. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's your fucking heart. That's life-saving. Why does it cost you? Why are they charging you millions for something that could quite literally give you your life back? Because fucking greed. That's why. Yeah, because greed. Because corporate fucking greed. Because if you don't have a consistent line of unhealthy people that you can fucking wring for every penny and squeeze into the depths of debt. What happened to the do no harm? What happened to the oath of do no harm? I don't have any flyer miles. 0 flyer miles. I haven't been on an aircraft to go anywhere since I was 21. I haven't left the province of Ontario since 22. Since age 22. 23. Age 23. I haven't even left the province since I was 23 years old. It's the same reason why the last vacation I had wasn't really a vacation. It was time off. It was just, I took time off. I went camping. But again, it was like I was less than 2 hours away from home. Man, that comes down to cash. Comes down to ability. Like, money. Everything my kids needed came first. Everything that anybody else needed came first. My want to go to England or my want to go to France for a week, my want to be able to buy a car, it's a want. It's not a need. It's a want. Even though I've been told numerous times I need to take a vacation, my brain, I've been convinced that it is not a need, it is a want. The thing is, though, is now when I need things to be done, I can't, because now I'm waiting on fucking slow ass professionals. Even though we have a system here in Canada that isn't tiered the way it is in the US, the problem is a lot of these professionals are overworked because there are so few of them. Yeah, I think so. I think it depends. I think it depends on, specifically on where you are in the world. What, like, in some cases, like, say for instance, across the Nordic region, across the Nordic countries, they probably have some of the overall best healthcare and best education in the world right now. But here's the thing. If I had to pay $5K out of pocket right now, get life-saving care, I'm fucked. I don't have $5K that I can throw. Yeah, Automod's being a dick again. Like, that's the thing. I can honestly say I do not have $5,000. I do not have access to $5,000. You know, like, I can honestly 100% tell you I don't have that. I don't have access to that. I have a few family members that have access to that kind of like spare cash just floating around, but I can tell you they wouldn't fucking lift a finger to help me. They'd be like, nope, not my problem. Oh my God. This, I don't know. Why is it not, chat, why is it not showing how long I've been streaming for? Oh, fuck, Twitch. Normally Twitch shows me how long I've been live. It is not showing me that at all. That is disturbing. So, yeah, I kind of figured it was just over 2 hours, but it's like very strange that the stat tracker for Twitch is not showing that. I don't know what's going on there. That's dumb. Probably gonna have to check the back end of things to see what's going on. I probably need to re-authenticate freaking OBS or some dumb thing. But yeah, no, yeah, it's like 2 hours and 3 minutes or something like that. Wait, why is my... Why? Okay, that's fucking weird. My PC is showing 9:37 a.m. That is incorrect. The streaming PC, the time it's showing is 9:37 a.m. Yearly copay is of $385 a year. See, here's the thing, Nuts Life. I don't have to do a copay. I just go to I just say, all I need to do is call my doctor's office and be like, hey, this is what's going on. When can I get in? Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? Very strange. I'll have to check that after. I will have to check that after. That's the thing, like, I feel very grateful for the system that we have here in Canada, but I feel like there are a lot of holes in it. See, I don't even have that. I don't need insurance to be able to just call my GP up and taxes. The taxes cover all of that. Literally how doctors are paid. Doctors are paid. Doctors are government employees. They are paid. They are paid by the government. I don't have to, there's no copay. I don't get a bill from the insurer or an invoice or anything. None of that. I literally, all I have to do is pick up the phone, call, make the appointment, go in. Any of the specialist referrals are covered. Ambulance ride, prescription meds, not medically necessary surgeries. But here's the thing, why do you... Oh, $385 a year covers everything else. Oh, okay. All right, I was again, I didn't read that right, my brain. That's on me. I didn't read that right. That is 100% on me. Well, that's the thing, like, if ambulance rides, we don't have to pay for. Well, so say I was having say I was out, I was having a panic attack. Someone called the ambulance for me. I would actually have to pay for that while they took me to the hospital. I was just having a panic attack. But if I had a heart attack, I wouldn't get charged for it. Or I got hit by a car, I wouldn't get charged for that ambulance ride. I wouldn't get billed for it at all. Prescription meds, unless you have private insurance, you are paying out of pocket. Yeah, private insurance, it's usually covered, and the only thing you have to pay is the dispensing fee at the pharmacy. And again, I haven't had any kind of insurance coverage in well over a decade. Because even the last actual job I had before I started into content creation, I wasn't making enough at it to be able to afford benefits, and it wasn't provided by the employer. I was making enough to cover my bills. That was literally it. Extra, there were no extras. It was enough to keep a roof over my head, keep food in my stomach, keep my phone going, and keep the lights on. Mandatory? I'll be honest, I can't afford, I'm going to be honest with you, I would not be able to afford $385 a year copay for anything. That, as far as that is what I would classify right now as an extra that I can't afford, because I can't magically make more money appear out of nowhere. And it's not and here's the other thing is, it's not a matter of work more then. Right? Or, well, then you just need more money. Yeah, you're right. I do just need more money, but it's not as easy as just make more money, which I love. That seems to be the internet meme. Just make more money. Well, why don't you just drive for Uber, or why don't you do this, or why don't you do that? Thing is, though, is gig economy. If you look at how much these people make, they're not even making enough to keep their heads afloat. They're spending more driving vehicles around because people are too fucking lazy to go out and pick up their own stuff, or trying to be pretend cabbies, taxi drivers, or whatever, you're not making money at that. In a lot of cases, you're lucky if you break even. The company that made the app is the one making the money. So here locally, we have access to, there's Uber Eats, there's DoorDash, and there's Skip, right? If you want to order from, say, Swiss Chalet, which is, it's rotisserie chicken. It's actually really good rotisserie chicken. Say you wanted to order from Swiss Chalet. They will upcharge you $25 to order through their app before the tip. They upcharge you. Whereas if you order directly from them and then drive 3 minutes to go pick it up yourself, you save $25 fucking dollars plus tip. Why? Why are you going to spend $50 for a meal that costs you $20? Why would you do that? And the worst part is people do this shit all the time. Or they will end up spending $46 on a fucking burrito from like Chipotle because they got it through Uber Eats or you know, DoorDash or whatever. And it cost them $46 when the place is like 3 blocks away. They could have walked there and picked it up. And the burrito is only fucking $13. Like, that makes no sense. And they complain, they whine about it. It's like, I can't afford to eat. You know, I just spent $46 on a burrito. Why? Why did you spend $46 on a burrito? What the hell did they make the burrito out? Yeah, no, it is 100%. It is absolutely. It's insane. It is it is insanity. Get off your ass and go pick it up. Walk the fuck down there and get it. Why are you spending so much goddamn money and giving an app producer? The worst part is for the dasher, the person who's actually delivering, they're getting nickel and dimed to shit. They're put wear and tear on their vehicle. They've got to pay for the insurance and the fuel and everything else. DoorDash doesn't pay that. Uber Eats doesn't pay that. That comes out of the pocket of the person who's doing the delivery work. And then they're nickel and dime to death too, right? And the thing is though, is if you're already getting upcharged like an additional $25 or $30 through the app for your meal, most people don't have money left for the tip. I don't tip. If I go into a sit-down restaurant, I will tip. If I order pizza from a traditional pizza place that delivers, I will tip. I'm not tipping because here's the problem, is the tip, the driver doesn't get the fucking tip anyway. The driver gets a percentage. They don't get the full tip. If you left a $10 tip for the driver's not getting $10. The motherfuckers who designed the app, the company behind the app, take the money and then issue a freaking percentage to the driver. That's bullshit. And we pay these cocksuckers. Like, that's the part that kills me. It's not even convenient in a lot of cases. It's slower. Your food always ends up coming to you fucking cold. Thing is, a lot of these delivery people just drop it at the door and go. It's insanity. It is freaking absolutely drives me bonkers. It makes no sense whatsoever. Is literally the enshittification of like everything. Like local, here's the thing. Crazy part is locally, the only place that still offers delivery themselves is Domino's Pizza. They have their own delivery drivers. They have their own vehicles. All the other places have switched over to using one of these delivery services like DoorDash or Uber Eats or Skip, like Skip the Dishes or whatever, right? Use Toast, never heard of Toast. Don't even know what the hell. Much like how OpenTable used to do. I have no idea what the hell OpenTable is either. I understand that this is slightly illegal. Frankly, I'm all right with it. We're gonna zip in through there. There we go. Nice. That is insane, by the way. Holy crap, that is a lot of aggregate material. That is a ton of aggregate. My face is feeling very hot. Okay, hold on a second. Oh my goodness. I'm unwell, and the worst part is this lack of sleep. I know is also leads to problems with my bipolar side of things. So by the way, yes, chat, for the record, for those of you who didn't know, I'm bipolar too. I live my life unmedicated because it was the better option for me. Not because I couldn't afford the medication, but because after going through multiple rounds of medications, it was determined that the medications made things significantly worse. And therefore, therapy, meditation, and many other practices were the better option. So, my inability to properly sleep the last couple of nights because of my sleep apnea and constantly waking myself up is playing in with that too. Just, it affects everything. 100% affects everything. Okay, so that is the Bar Soda Clifton. Now, some of you would be actually like, okay, what the hell is this? Who? ID Assist. Who the fuck is ID Assist? Whoever they are, they left a message. I'll have to check that after. Yeesh, it's been tropical downpour today. Front yard began flooding. Rain stopped and it drained 4-inch drain system. Oh my God. It's not clogged, but yeah, it was a lot of water. I believe that. It sounds absolutely freaking insane. Okay, New freight market. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Let's see what we've currently got from where we are. Okay, so we're in Clifton, right? And here's the thing, I am fully aware, though, oh, this is the worst part. I am aware of how testy I am. I am aware of how testy I am right now. And like I said, my normal morning routine didn't actually improve anything, unfortunately. So, all right, let's see what we've got here. Okay, so we want to go. I'm gonna take what we've got. That's up to New Mexico. Okay. Actually, that's not a bad idea. We'll grab that, then we'll route ourselves back up. I will actually. That looks like it'd be fun. That's not what we're here for. Alright. Go down, we'll grab this. Okay. Okay, here we go. I think we're good. Should be all right. Yeah, good. Okay, all right, we got this. There we go. Add another 4-inch drain. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, that's probably a good way to go about it, honestly. Okay, so we're in Clifton. We're gonna get up here. Where are you gonna add that other 4-inch drain, though? That's the real question. Where are you gonna add that? Okay, so I'm trying to do the Route 66 to the best of my ability. We did the first little bit. I have 2 spouts in the front that collect into 1 4-incher. Okay. So if you put a second one in. Okay, we're gonna go Clifton. We gotta take Clifton. Okay, so that's not gonna work for me. So here's the problem that I'm currently having. We're gonna go there. Okay, yep. So this is supposed to be the Route 66 rework, right? The only part that we've really come across is a little bit here, but it's supposed to be like 40 across. iRacing Arcade, March 3rd. It's clay here. Oh god, yeah. Oof. That doesn't sound great. Forty. The iRacing bottom of the pyramid introduction and racer. Yeah. iRacing Arcade, March 3rd, huh? All right, that's actually not bad. Well, so we're going to come up through Albuquerque by the look of it. Great game for family kids. I mean, I hope so. Probably not great that I'm feeling like I feel like slightly the sinus stuff is always, it's consistent. I have pretty consistent sinusitis, but build your own crew in town instead. Wait, what? Build your own crew in town? The hell? The hell, you say? Builder Racer, Mario Kart, a few other. So iRacing Arcade lets you build your own crew in town, and Builder Racer, Mario Kart. And they're really trying to get people on the hook, huh? Has a whole other side of the side game. It's about the team. Interesting. Not really sure what I think about that. I would like to get back into iRacing, but I can't justify the cost. That's what it boils down to. I cannot justify the cost. Because I got told last year by the tax people that my iRacing the iRacing subscription I had, because it doesn't matter that I was using it for content creation, was not a tax write-off. So I can't justify that cost. Whereas the music I use can be written off. My Spotify is a write-off, but the iRacing subscription was not. Make that make sense. It might have been usage percentage. I don't know. I mean, I'll be honest, the only thing I really use Spotify for is for the stream. I don't listen to a lot of my own personal music anymore. You only get the tax write-off of purchasing Windows once, you know, Nuts Life. It's not enough that. Now, here's the thing. iRacing, because while it is a racing simulator, is still classified as entertainment. Even though I am using that form of entertainment to create content, what Slider says is probably the most accurate reason to which I was not able to use the subscription I previously had as a write-off. Windows, on the other hand, is a one-time purchase. One time. If I would. Probably. Because I would probably be in it daily. Also, in that case, the subscription would be licensed to a business, not to me personally. But here's the thing. Your purchase of Windows 11, if you bought it for a machine that is used for the express sole purpose of creating content, to which I do, I already claimed for both copies of Windows 11 on the gaming PC and on the streaming PC. And I got a percentage of that back as a business cost. Why is your mind blue screening? Here's the thing. It might have been different. And again, this is to what Slider said. It is percentage. If the iRacing account had been made in a business name for one, and number two was used every single day. Here's the thing. The stuff for my rigs, you can only claim that once every 4 years. You can only claim PC purchases once every 4 years. Operating system does not have to be purchased every single time you buy a PC or buy the parts to build a PC. Exactly. Here you can't claim full purchase price either, right? Exactly. It's you get a deduction, right? So you get to recoup a certain amount of the cost, but you can't recoup the full cost. So for instance, if I were to buy the components and build myself a brand spanking new gaming PC, I would be able to claim that next year as a business expense, but I would only get a percentage of it back. So, and the thing is though, is if you were doing any kind of like, in this case, like if I were to say buy a brand new camera, I wouldn't be able to, and I claimed that as a business expense. So for photography and videography, I were to buy a brand new camera and some glass, I could claim that once, right? I can't claim it every year. I can only claim it the purchase year, and then I have to wait X amount of years according to how the taxes work for specific items. I would have to wait a certain amount of years before I could buy a replacement and claim that purchase to get a percentage back on taxes. Can't just slap a 5K machine on your deduction and never mention it again. No, and that's the other thing too, right? Exactly. You have to show how you're using it. With equipment, especially even as a home business operator, right? You still have to show how the machine is being used before they'll even allow it to be actually claimed as an expense, right? Yeah, it's the same here. You have a company car. Like, here's the thing. If I was working for a company that provided me a car, I don't have to claim the car. The business I work for has to claim it. I don't claim it because I'm not paying for it. It's just given to me. I don't have to claim shit because the company I'm working for provided me the car, so they're providing the fuel. They provide all of it. They provide the fuel. They provide the insurance. I just get to drive it. It is a perk. It's a company perk. So here's the thing. If you notice in North America, there are a lot of content creators and streamers that will intentionally go out and rent a small office space to turn into a studio. Isn't used for personal gaming, then it's 100. Yeah, if the studio isn't used for personal, isn't used, then it's 100% correct. Exactly. They stream 2 hours a day, then game 8. No, yeah. Oh, it's the church bell. I was like, what in the hell? You mix biz and home, you're going to have a bad time. Not always. You can do it quite successfully, but you have to be incredibly accurate in the information that you track. And you can't fuck around at all. You can't try to fudge the books. You have to keep things 100% separate. Exactly, and avoid anything that would be classified as a red flag. Abso-fucking-lutely. Yet you pay your estimated. If you overpay, you get back. No big deal, right? But you don't fuck with it. Like, you have to be meticulous with your bookkeeping. And you have to 100% keep everything separate. Oh, that could have been terrible. So much worse than it was. Oh, no. That's, I don't care. Okay, 1% damage. Ooh. Check to turn that off. We have the contextual hint stuff turned off, so I don't know why it's still coming up, but here we are. Giant dumb deductions on itemized perceived gamers. That's the other thing too, right? Like, you might be able to get away with, you know, the odd title. Say you purchased a game and you created 80 hours of content with that one specific title. You might be able to get a deductible for a percentage of that cost. But that might only work in the case of like 1 or 2 pieces of software. And again, right, you have to prove the use case, right? Yeah, same thing. It's work hardware. Yeah. Moving the machine doesn't change its purpose. No, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Think about this as larger stuff like trucks. Yeah. Right? Work truck is for work. Miles tracker. Yep. And that's the thing. A lot of company vehicles. Here's the thing. If you were provided a vehicle from whatever company you work for, right? Monthly, here's the thing. There's a monthly report. So you have to provide the finance department of the company that you work for a monthly breakdown of your fuel cost, your mileage, everything done with the vehicle. They, in a lot of cases, they track like that, right? And even though you can say you're provided a vehicle from your job as a perk, it still comes with some caveats. You don't just get to do whatever the fuck you want with that vehicle because it is provided to you by your employer. Right? I'm taking this bitch, yeah. Now, if I am a business owner and I own a vehicle and I purchase said vehicle through the business, you best believe that I better be using that vehicle specifically and strictly for business purposes and not for personal use. Because if they find out you're fucking driving off for a weekend somewhere to go stay in a hotel and you're still trying to get the deductible on the car, but the trip you took was personal, they're gonna make you eat shit for it. Yeah, exactly. And exceptions that all have, yeah, exactly. And exceptions that all have rules. It's freaking nuts, man. It is absolutely insane. This is why I know people make fun of freaking accountants and specific, like, but here's the thing. If you work with anyone who's a registered accountant, like a full-on legit CPA, like they know their stuff. There is a reason why they're anally retentive and meticulous about the details. There's a reason. You have to be. And those that know, yeah, your home gaming PC doesn't rate. Exactly. So here's the thing. The streaming PC that I use is only turned on for while we are live. Other than that, it does not get used for anything else. It is a dedicated standalone machine that is only used to put this stuff out. All of my streaming assets, any of the paid graphics and the background screens and the animations and all of that are on that PC. It is a dedicated machine that everything can be tracked, its usage can be tracked, all of it. And the reason for that is because it is important strictly for business operations. I don't use it for anything else. And I understand that there's this push for a lot of people to, do it all on one single machine. But there is a reason why the pros, the actual legit full-on people who've been doing content creation for years, who have been at this for a decade plus, have dedicated machines. Because then it is something that is tangible, it is an asset for the business, it is used specifically for business, it is tracked. Which means it makes it easier for tax purposes at the end of every year. I'm not using, I could probably easily whittle this down to a single machine stream. But then you start blurring that line, and then it starts becoming more difficult from a tax purpose side of things to then differentiate. Now, while the games are played on my personal rig, this wheel, guys, generally this wheel only gets used when I'm streaming. The flight equipment generally only gets used while I'm streaming. This camera only gets used when I'm streaming. Because it is fundamental equipment required for me to do my job. I don't use it for personal. And exactly, and in nowhere, exactly, this, even though, now, no, that's not true. That's not true. If I was running a business where you had people come in and it was basically a sim arcade and I had sim rig set up, my wheels would be deductible 100%. Yeah, exactly. Get out of my head. Listen, get out of my brain. Slider, I swear to God, get out of my brain. Stop it. Stop. Get out of my head. Stop it. Stop it. And you bought everything from a dead. Exactly. In that case, most likely you are dealing with a distributor. That distributor also then handles any kind of repair work or warranty work or anything else, right? So you have a one-stop shop. Again, it is trackable, right? Now, yeah, I only use this for streaming. I don't use the wheel a lot for personal stuff, aside from trying to film some content and everything else, right? And hardware, you can actually, from a tax side of things, deduct a certain amount of hardware and peripherals if it is essential for what you do. Why? Or essential to what you do. But you have to prove that though too, right? Like, oh, oh, I know it's off the road. Well, and that's the thing. You only get to do it once. If you deduct it properly, they won't care. And that's exactly it, right? I don't want to be in your head. I have enough issues. I mean, listen, that's on you, man. I can't help you with that. It's on you. Yeah, that's... Throat is so sore. In your head, zombie, 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 hey, hey. What's in your head? In your head. Don't forget there are bounties for reporting tax violations. Streamers forget that one. Is there really? That's insane. Though I love keeping everything on the up and up. Really? Wait, so if I was living in the US and somebody reported me and I wasn't filing properly, they would get paid for reporting me for fucking around and finding out? Damn. You get a cut of the found count. Damn. Shit. I need to start looking at some of my friends. Fucking report some of my streamer friends. I'm pretty sure aren't fucking filing their taxes properly. I'm pretty sure, I'm almost guaranteed that they aren't filing taxes properly. Like a fucking payday. I'm kidding. He's like, nothing to get if you didn't put up. I mean, that's, yeah, depends if you filed. I mean, there's that too. That's valid. I will accept that. You're on video saying you violate tax code. I mean, okay, that's also fair. How many, okay, honestly, how many people are dumb enough to say that they violate tax code though? Like that they cheat the system? How many people are actually that stupid? Honestly, you know what? My brain already answered that. I was like, probably as many as humanly possible. There's probably a metric assload of people who fucking cheat the tax system. Honestly, nothing would surprise me at this point. I'm not even surprised. IRS doesn't go after rich people. Too hard to audit. Yeah, but they also have tax attorneys and freaking accountants that file all that bullshit for them anyway, so. They want the no-brainers who have no concept of what they're doing. I know. They want the low IQ folks. We're trying to be rebellious. I'm writing it all off and I don't have any registered company. Hey, look, it's Denny's, chat. Oh my god. Hands hurt. I'm writing it all off and I don't have any registered company. Hands off those CG, right? Pretty much it, too. Hands off. All right, where exactly am I right now? Okay, we're in flow. Okay, so we're jumping back onto. Okay, I don't think we've given. We're gonna have to. I think we're gonna have to actually get a proper full stream in on American Truck for the Route 66 rework. I think I'm gonna have to spend a little bit more time looking at what's the best overall route here to do this. Go file a K1 and I'll die for a, and you'll die for a CPA. Yeah. Oh. I'm glad I don't have to worry about some of that stuff being Canadian. Because so everything here now, okay, so this year changes everything tax-wise for me being Canadian, even though Twitch is an American company. Everything actually has to, it's more streamlined for me now. It's way more streamlined for me now, thank God. So the paperwork has changed for how Twitch has to report it to the CRA, to the Canadian Revenue Agency. Oh no, I know CPAs make bank. I've got friends that are CPAs. They're fucking loaded, man. This time of the year, fucking bank. Big money. This time of the year, I actually have a friend that this time of the year allows him to take the 3 months off during the summer with his kids for summer break and just do nothing but be with his kids. Doesn't have to work summers anymore. Yeah, it's true. All the fucking tax bullshit. And from the start of June until the end of September, he's off. He doesn't fucking work. He literally just sits there and spends time with his kids, and does vacation things, and goes camping, and does cycling stuff. He doesn't have to. But for the next 2 months, he's gonna want to fucking drink every single day. He's gonna want to fucking pull his hair out till he's bald. Yeah, he's also making almost $1,000 an hour. Because of the tax stuff that he does specifically for some of the businesses that he does the taxes for. That'll be before tax. That'll be before tax. This guy makes more, basically, this guy makes more in an hour than I make in a month. Like, yeah, 500. You're right, 500 for a good CPA is reasonable. He works for a firm. He works for an accounting firm. But he works with special accounts. He works with special accounts. He's been with them for 20 plus years, so he's in his 50s, right? Like, yep, much like dentists, once it's up, cha-ching, exactly. That's the thing. So he works for an accounting firm. He handles special accounts. Tax season is incredibly busy, and then, like I said, from the start of June to the end of September, he doesn't have to fucking work. He just sits on his ass, spends time with his kids, doesn't have to. Makes bank. Doing work for other people, doing the kind of work. But the other thing is, though, is he is highly intelligent and knows the tax laws in and out. He knows what a company can and cannot frickin', deduct. He knows, how things have to be set up. Yeah, it doesn't change as frequently here, but it changes, it does change periodically. And that's the other thing. So he has to know that. And he has to go and rewrite his ticket. Like, I think it's like I have something like every 8 years or something like that. It's a requirement. He has to go and rewrite his ticket. He's got to basically go and get tested on his stuff, right? Honestly, I think there are a lot of fucking industries that every so often you should be tested. Especially anything that requires any kind of high level certification. You shouldn't be able to just cruise on your reputation, right? Yeah, especially since Cheeto Code started. Oh my god. Cheeto. I love how you put that, Cheeto Code. Cheeto Code. It's changed back. Yeah, I know. And the thing is, though, is it's gonna be like that for a while. E66, huh? All right. Well. Salt taxes this year are back. Wait, what? Salt? Please explain. I am completely and absolutely lost. I don't know. Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, salt? I'm just as lost. I'm Canadian. I have no concept. What the fuck? Salt taxes? Yes, please explain. I'm confused. My brain is like, pardon? The SALT deduction allows taxpayers who itemize on their federal returns to subtract certain taxes paid to state and local governments from their federal taxable income. This effectively prevents double taxation on the same income. Okay. All right. Okay. First term, they kept SALT to stick blue states who traditionally paid more SALT. Oh. However, they realized this term, it affects rich people. Uh-huh. Of course they did. Of course they did. Now it's way higher, yeah. It was capping mega mansion deductions. Uh-huh. I want to go have a nap, chat. I want a nap. Blizzard with WoW with PvP. Oh, it's affecting PvP. Nerf it. If it had only been one night of 5 hours of sleep, this wouldn't be as bad as what it is right now. I don't know. With WoW with PvP, oh, it's affecting PvP. Nerf. See, the thing is, I never did PvP, so I can't say. None of the stuff that I ever had, PvE wise, was ever really affected. I wish. No, the thing is, though, is I already know it's not going to be something that fixes itself. It's going to be very problematic until I get these until I get the referrals required from the sleep specialist for the dentistry stuff and the CPAP. Then I'll have to look at the prices provided to me, determine which one is the easiest way. And also hope that, especially with the dentistry stuff, the sleep dentistry stuff for the mouth guard, because $4,000+ I can't pay that in one shot. If the dentistry place doesn't do allow for monthly payments, then I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I don't think I'm going to be able to easily raise like 4,000 plus just to be able to get the mouth guard that I need so I can sleep safely. They're trying to choke on my own fucking tongue. It still pisses me off though that this is all stuff that actually goes to being beneficial to my cardiac health, my brain health, and longevity. And it's not covered in any way unless you've got private fucking insurance. And here's the thing. So the CPAP, here's the crazy part. Even if I had insurance through an employer, I still have to cover like 15% out of pocket. I never played Blood Elf anyway, so I didn't really have to worry about it, I guess. Tauren, Orc, Undead for the Horde. I'm still one of the old school guys who didn't think that Blood Elves belonged as members of the Horde. I didn't think the Blood Elves should have been Horde. They should have been Alliance. We should have gotten the Draenei. We have to take 25 north, unfortunately, because we're going to up through Santa Fe, so I'm trying to do my best, but they didn't really mark out Route 66 very well on here, so it's been an entire thing, trust me. No, we're good. Okay, we're all right. We're all right. We got this. Oh. We'll see how this goes, but we've been live for just a little over 3 hours. Just follow US 66 on the map and you're fine. It doesn't show US 66 on the map though. Cheeky. Because here's the thing. You know where the US 66 is on the map? Let me show you. The only 66 you find on the fucking map is here. Oh yeah, we're redoing Route 66. Really? Where is it? The only bit that is actually here, otherwise you gotta follow Route 40. Right, so we just, as you can see, we're in Albuquerque. We just gotta take, because we're going up to Rayton? I don't know. But the stupid part is 40 is great until Little Rock, but thing is though, is Route 66 starts here in Chicago and works its way west. And it's like, but that doesn't make any goddamn sense. If you look, like you got 54, 400 here, right? You got 412, 44, right? 40, 70, 82, 30, like 20. It's like, guys, like, Like, just no, you're not fine. Because the only part where you find any part was 66. Like, bruh. A little chunk of 64 here. Like, wouldn't... So that's the thing. Like, we started in Barstow. We came out on 40. Crossed through, in through Kingman, and then we came down. Or, no, we cut across. We went up through here. We came down 40. We went through down into Winslow. And then down to Clifton. And we came back up. Right? Through up and then hit 40. Across to Albuquerque. And now we're taking 25 up to Rayton. Or Ratton. Or whatever the hell you want to call it. Rayton, I don't know. Your road networks, chat, make no goddamn sense in the US. This is confusing as fuck. There's 40. There's 70. 64. Like, it's like, blame the settlers. Yeah, no shit, right? That's right. Blame the goddamn settlers. It's their fault. Terrible map makers. Follow the railroads. Can't easily follow the railroads in this either because it's not like they have everything on the map. They're very tricky on how the map's designed. Money of the day. I mean, railroads were the money of the day. It's true. That is true. That is absolutely 100% true. Money of the day. Yes. I will agree with that. Oh, wait, what the actual... Hold on. Whoa. What in the actual hell is this? Why won't... Oh, god damn it. Hold on. 1 second, chat. Hold on. What? Okay. Let's go back to there. Go there. Okay, I think that should be fine. I hope that should be fine. Oh my god. Spotify was just being dumb. Sorry about that. City would grow and form because of the railroads. They also died because of the railroads, right? So you wanted them in your city if you wanted to grow. Well, there's truth in that, I would say, yeah. It's definitely not prevalent now, but 150 years ago it was, yeah. For sure. I don't know. It's very confusing that they said that this is, you know, the Route 66 rework. And yet, it doesn't seem very accurate. Well, the issue was a lot of these places were also railway towns to begin with, right? So if the railway failed out, then that was the death knell for pretty much any place that was built up because of the railroad. They had no other trade links. Don't see anywhere to get your kicks. They're on the road to nowhere. There you go. Yeah, but even that didn't happen nearly as frequently as a lot of people would think. Oh my God, okay. I just need to... And thanks everybody for being here. I really do appreciate it. And follow the money, and if you understand that, you understand. I mean, problem is a lot of that money only followed the natural resources for as long as those resources were available, and as soon as those resources were depleted in an area, everything pulled out. They pulled stakes. It's kind of the nature of it, right? Barons were paid by the mile, that's true. They were definitely paid by the mile. I would agree with that. You own the land on both sides of the tracks, yep. I do understand, yeah. I don't agree with the premise, but I do understand it, yes. Yep, so you take it right through land they wanted, exactly. Abso-freaking-lutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Well, my customer can fuck off. They'll get what they get when they get it. That's simple. Yeah, you're right. Blazing Saddles did cover this topic. They sure as shooting did. No, maybe tomorrow we'll check out Carmageddon, or we'll check out Forza Motorsport. I don't know. We'll see. See how it goes. I have both installed. Hey, sir? You need to... Yeah, get your butt moving. Get going. Sir, I swear to God. You need to go, sir. Thank you. Oi. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do, gonna speed this up a little bit. I think what I might end up doing is we might end up calling the stream after I'm done this load. I don't know yet. We'll see. I don't like cutting things shorter than necessary, or I can't say for any way, but the wrong side of the tracks feels like it could easily come from aspects of this convo. You're right. And there were some places where the wrong side of the tracks was both sides of the tracks. Yeah. Both sides of the tracks were the wrong side of the tracks. I mean, we're only 43 minutes game time off from delivering, so... And yet the crazy part is, stability-wise, the streaming PC is rock solid today. Mind you, I used the Chris Titus Win utils earlier this morning and got it de-bloated the back end of Windows 11 on the stream machine, so got rid of a lot of the unneeded telemetry bullshit that I don't need from a machine that is purpose-built for one task and one task only. Nope, that's your fault. Yeah, I don't care. Wrong side of the tracks is a term derived from the railroad tracks, separating the rich and the poor. It was a clear barrier. It is hard to miss. I mean, that's true. But again, in some places, the wrong side of the tracks was the same on both sides of the tracks. Oh yeah, no, it technically can still apply depending on the community that you live in and the road network or the rail network. Walls, roads, rivers also work to separate the rich and the poor. Yes, that is true. This is very true. Yet the way they chose routes 100% made it happen. Yes, they did. We read about the history of Central Part, and it wasn't even railroad. Well, in a way, it was. Yeah, it was road, but yeah. Hey, we did it, and it's not even completely dark yet. This is nice. Scared to go down a Google hole on the topic and lose an hour? I don't blame you, man. Oh, if I have a nap, I'm not gonna make dinner though. I don't have the energy to cook anything. And before anybody asks, about the only thing I've got that I can ready make and eat is I can shave a carrot down, de-skin a carrot, eat it raw, and that's about the only quick and easy. Everything else requires too much effort that I just don't have the energy for right now. I don't even have the energy to make a sandwich. Actually, I can't make a sandwich. Don't have cold cut meats or cheese. Got a really nice sourdough bread, but Greeny Green was supposed to be high-cost condos. However, it was on the wrong side of the tracks. Well, I mean, it's the funny thing is, though, is there's a lot of places in the world that started out on the right side of the tracks and ended up being the wrong side of the tracks. So I'm too spent. I don't have anything in the tank. My tank is about as empty as a tank can get. I'm running on fumes right now, chat. Okay, we're gonna decouple. Yeah, I am absolutely running on fumes right now. I mean, I'll take it. You know what? We did roll the truck and the trailer over. That's on me. At least we didn't completely destroy it, but we did do that. All right. I'm gonna call it. I am fucking. I don't know. I am so thoroughly physically and mentally exhausted just because of everything that it's like. There we go. That's better. Hey, that worked. Awesome. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and just lay down. When I go upstairs to the room, I'll lay down on the bed. Not guaranteeing that I'm going to be able to nap, but if I just lay down for a little bit, just try to catch my... Yeah, I don't know. I still have to figure out food. I don't have the physical energy to actually make anything, so. And the issue is, so here's the thing, there is nothing that is easily made or just like snackable. It's done intentionally. It's to force us to actually properly meal plan and cook things. But yeah, that's actually done. That's done intentionally. So we're not just buying a bunch of like pre-made crap that isn't healthy for us. But downside is when you feel like this, you got nothing when you don't have the energy to put in. You don't have the energy for the effort. Chat, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. I apologize for my mood, but my sleep is not doing me any, my lack of sleep, sorry, is not doing me any favors, so I'm gonna go and get some rest. Hold on, if you guys don't mind hanging out for a minute, let's see if we can find somebody to raid though. I would like to share a little bit of love on the Twitchies. I'm gonna turn that off so it doesn't keep my screens up. And let me... You are being way more difficult than you need to be. Oh, there we go. Okay, never mind. All right, hold on. Let me get Twitch up here and let's see who we've got readily available to us. All right, I'm gonna send you guys over to Hunter. All right, we're gonna go raid the Hunter Wild. This is the message. There we go. There you go. That's the message. Copy and paste that. Throw it into Hunter's chat. We'll see you guys over there. Oh my God, really? Okay, I'm going to, there we go. We're going to do that. Okay, chat. I'll see you guys over there. Yourselves a wonderful Tuesday night. I'll see you back here tomorrow for Wednesday stream. Like I said, I don't know what I'm doing yet tomorrow, but I will figure it out after I get some rest and hopefully I feel a little bit better. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.